Welcome to TRS Clips. It's for all you guys whose attention spans are reduced because of short form content. This is the highlights channel. Enjoy the video and make sure you consume a bunch of highlights. Binge watch TRS Clips. We're a middle planet or a middle realm, as people call it. You know, we talk about heaven and hell, and in our culture, we talk about the planes above us, below us, and we're right in the middle. So, of course, there's beauty around us. You know, there's food, there is color, there's song. But is this a planet full of suffering? And are we sent here to suffer a little bit? Because of the 400 something guests I've had on the show, no one's life has been perfect.
Yeah.
And no one's life is perfect at this moment.
Right, of course.
Are we sent here to experience the imperfections and the suffering?
Here's how I look at it.
Sure.
My take on it is this, that I feel that this world is like a university. And you come to a university to get educated. You come to a university to enhance your know-how. You come to a university to learn. You come to a university to deepen your understanding about a subject. You come to a university to get a degree, to graduate and start something, right, in the outside world. To me, this world seems to be like a university. Right? It's all about learning. It's all about evolving. It's all about going through the process of enhancing my understanding and educating myself in life. Now, imagine a life where everything was fair. What's the learning? Imagine a life where everything goes exactly the way you want it. What the bloody hell am I learning? Right. Imagine a life where I get what I want, when I want, how I want. Where is my evolution? Do I even have an opportunity to work on myself and everything goes my way? When you go to the gym, you lift weights. You're lifting weights against gravity. Because you lift weights against gravity is when your muscles grow. Growth is a consequence of going against gravity. And going against gravity means suffering. Right? If I put a weight down, bloody hell, no problem. It's just going down. There's no pain in it. But if I have to pick up a dumbbell which is 25 kilos up like this, it's going anti-gravity. And anti-gravity means pain, but pain means growth. Right? Pain means growth. Now, some people will have to go through that pain, and because they're going through that pain just for the heck of going through it, there's no growth. Look at people going to the gym and just swinging without focusing on their muscle. There's no growth. They're just swinging. The muscle's not even lifting the weight. There's no mind-muscle connection, you know. But those who are not just going through it for the heck of it, they see the pain. They know that's anti-gravity. They know there are issues. They know there are problems. They know there are challenges. And when they consciously try to use it for their growth, that is when growth happens. No pain, no gain. There's no question of growth without pain. You go to a university, it's a hell of a lot of pain. To go through thick, fat books, to write the assignments, to go through the vivas, to write your exams. You have to slog it out like hell if you want a degree from Ivy League university. Go to IIM Ahmedabad and ask any of the students. They're slogging it out. Right? It's painful. But that's the purpose. How do you grow? How do you evolve? How do you learn? How do you progress without having gone through that pain? So to me, you could just call it, this is a world of suffering, suffering, suffering. It's such a negative way of looking at it. And I'm not one of those. I hate looking at the world in a very pessimistic, negative way that, oh, there's so much pain, there's so much. There is pain, undoubtedly. Like you rightly said at the beginning of this question, nobody's life is perfect. And it can't be, right? We're not looking for perfection in our life. We're looking for genuineness and sincerity of commitment to our lives, right? Perfection nobody can have. But can we be sincere in our life? Yes. Perfect moments nobody can have. Happy moments can we have? Yes. A perfect relationship nobody can have. Happy relationship we can try to have. A perfect home nobody can have. A happy home we can try to have. You know? So I really don't think that like I said, I don't look at this world just constantly saying it's pain, 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 pain. Oh God, sometimes spirituality and spiritual leaders just bombard people with this. Man, people are going through enough of that stuff. You don't need to tell them that. You need to direct that energy rightly to say, how do you utilize that pain to grow?
Is there a scripture that talks specifically about this? Because I feel pain is so subjective. In the same way that romance is subjective. You know, you watch a Bollywood movie, you have a certain idea of romance. And then as you grow up, you have breakups, you have experiences, you realize, oh,
Yes.
it's not what I saw when I was growing up.
Correct.
Maybe even pain is the same. What you're told to feel bad about. For example, death.
Right.
We're told all our lives that you should be afraid of death.
Right.
You know, and you see kids, teenagers. I have a sensitive teenage cousin of mine. The moment you mention anything about death, he gets very uncomfortable. Okay, and it's very different from the way I would react to it. Because I've seen my own family members pass away. I've seen my own pets pass away. I have a different opinion on death. I've spoken to people like yourself. I've learned about Garud Puran and all these things. I have such a different opinion on death, which I've had to learn through adulthood. Is there a scripture that talks about pain and suffering in the same way? And if I'd love for you to share something that helped you scripturally.
Yeah, I'll tell you, there's so many varieties of books and scriptures, and you know, we have in the Hindu, the Vedic, Sanatan tradition, so many books like these. To me, the one book that has always been the guiding light is the Bhagavad Gita.
Okay.
You know, because every other book has details. This book has principles. And a principle can be very subjectively utilized. Utilized might be the wrong word. A principle can be very subjectively applied by every individual based on their shade of gray.
Right.
You know?
Like what a sentence means to you will mean a very different thing to me.
Yeah, based on your situation of life. There's the text and there's the context. And the context of your life renders meaning to the text. So, like for example, I might read a sentence in the Gita. I might have read that sentence 26 years back. The context of my life was very different. And today I read the same sentence. The context of my life today was very different. The context renders realization and wisdom to the text. Right? So I feel, for me, the book, the Bhagavad Gita, has been a book which has been like the guiding force and the guiding light for my personal life. And since you asked me a particular question about a scripture where pain is spoken about or perspectives on pain, this is the book. We don't need to necessarily define pain in terms of its magnitude and the details. And there are books talking about it. Fair, respect. I'm just saying that how to navigate through that pain, those principles are here. Like we say often that, you know, pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional. Right? What happens to you is inevitable. How you respond to it is very optional. It's a very subjective thing. So if I learn those principles and brace myself to deal with what comes my way, I'm in a better position than otherwise. So I do feel that this book seems to have those principles. This book seems to have those wisdom nuggets, which can then be picked up and very subjectively. Spirituality is not objective. It is a very subjective experience. It's a very subjective journey. Each individual, based on his or her particular situation, based on his or her particular life, based on his or her particular inspiration, based on his or her particular context, will decode those statements, will decode those shlokas, will decode those interpretations in ways that will very effectively empower them in their particular situation in life.
That was the video for today. Make sure you hit like, subscribe to this channel, and share this video with your friends. TRS Clips will be back soon.